morning, folks. Welcome to Saving Miller. It's a chilly morning here in February on the farm, and I need to do the morning chores. Say hello to our little puppy Luna. How old are you now? Are you 6 months old yet? She's a really good dog. She's really taking on to her role. She now stays up out of the kennel at night. A couple weeks ago, she refused to get in it. So we came to the farm a year and 9 months ago. That's when we started the YouTube channel, Saving Miller. So we weren't sure how long we were going to take this, whether we were going to try to grow the channel or simply use it to document, our journey here and what we're doing. But it grew slowly, but surely. We didn't do a very good job of promoting things, social media or ads or anything like that. We do have an Instagram account. Luna, calm down. We have a Facebook, and we have a blog. I was posting monthly blog or weekly blog posts until recently, where things kind of slowed down on the farm and there just wasn't as much going on. Just kind of normal life. We didn't have new animals or anything like that to post about, so I slowed down to once a month. But we just kind of patiently pursued it, did different things, and slowly but surely we got there. And along the way, we documented the things we're doing. Here's the orchard. Right now we have 3 trees. And we've got the cows, the chickens out there on pasture. And so a lot has happened over that time, and it's been quite enjoyable. It's been good for us. And honestly, I think I had given up on the YouTube channel. I decided I'm going to keep posting. I'm going to keep doing my thing. But I didn't expect we would be actually monetizing it. But we've gotten there. 4,000 subscribers, and we actually have about 13,000 hours. So we have a lot more viewing time than we have subscribers. 99% of our viewing time is actually people who are not subscribed. And so our subscribers really are people like, mostly friends and family and people who actually know us. And so they regularly, you regularly watch our videos. But then there's other videos that are fairly popular. Our first 100,000 view video is the one of harvesting our first steer. And so that one and the dishwasher installation one get a lot of views. And so that contributed to the number of views on the farm. So first thing I gotta do here is give the cows some hay. Unfortunately, Luna has gotten into the bad habit of destroying these hay bales. She lost the knife that we used to have, using the wrong tool. Cut the twine. A shovel does not work well, but I got it done. So anyway, here we are. Made it to 1,000. So we'll see where it goes from here. I do enjoy making the videos. I enjoy sharing the things we've learned. I think our story is a good example that, you really can kind of get out there and try something new, learn some new skills, even when you're, middle-aged. So we've definitely enjoyed it, and it's been really good for us. By the way, those cows that you hear are the neighbor's cows over there. These boys are hungry this morning, so I feed them hay, and then I move the fence when I feed after I feed them. actually feed on the ground like this because that hay will stay here and it'll help the grass come back and cover this berm for it. Now I know some of you might be wondering what the cost is to start a channel like ours and what the rewards might be. Well, this is not an economically viable thing. So basically, the returns to this point have been zero. We've made zero money from the YouTube channel. We have not engaged in any attempts for sponsoring items or anything like that, and there's a good reason for that. I think there's enough of that going on, and I hate to feed the machine. I just don't find a lot of value in some of the reviews that are sponsored and some of the videos that are sponsored. I understand why people do it because, like I said, the channel by itself is not economically viable. But we've basically made nothing because of that. And we have spent a lot of time. Now, we haven't spent too much money. I believe we probably spent about $200 on equipment. So we didn't buy a camera. We used cell phones because the camera honestly is pretty good. And so there wasn't really a cost for a camera, but we do spend $22 a month on editing software. So it's pretty expensive. So, you know, that's been a couple $100s to date. So all told, you know, maybe we spent about $500 on the channel so far, just to get to this point, just to get to the point where we have 1,000 subscribers and can actually generate some ad revenue. Now, one of the things that people often don't consider when they look at starting a new YouTube channel is the time commitment. So we have published 185 videos, and my estimate is that it takes about 2 hours minimum. But you know, some are a little bit shorter than that maybe, but usually at least 2 to 3 hours per video. And so if you think about that number, we'll round it up for easy math. 200 videos. You'll probably have to publish about that many to, you know, get a decent channel established. 200 videos takes about 400 hours of time. So at the current minimum wage of roughly $7, that's $2,800. So, you know, $3,000 in time and another, you know, roughly $500. Really a shoestring budget for equipment and processing software. But about $3,500 is what I estimate it has cost us to get to this point. So, and that's for no return, right? So if we make, you know, if we just plateaued at this point and made $2,000 a year, it would take roughly 2 years for us to turn a profit, and by that time we've invested more time. So economically, you know, be realistic. It's not a big money-making thing for most channels. You know, there are people that do make a living doing it, but it's generally a donation of a lot of time and a lot of effort. Now, based on what I've seen, the potential income might be $1,000 to $2,000 a year at the size we're at right now. Not a lot. So, you know, maybe eventually I can afford to buy a proper camera that actually works better. But our goal is not to make money with the channel. Our goal really is to educate and inspire people to do the same thing, because we need more of these homesteads. We really do. This past year, I think has taught people a lot about food security and the lack of government's ability to truly care for people, to watch out for people in times of trouble, and being able to, you know, take care of things yourself is hugely valuable. All the benefits that come from it, you know, the health, instead of sitting at a computer this morning scrolling through Facebook, I'm out here taking care of my animals and walking, you know, very beneficial to me. It requires some discipline, but you know, you fall in love with it. You really learn to love it You want to go see the animals, you want to see how they're doing, you want to make sure they've got the fresh grass or the feed or the water that they need. And so that's what keeps us going. So because the ducks aren't smart enough to go in at night, we don't have an automatic door for them. So every night we got to put them in and then let them out in the morning. The chickens, on the other hand, are smart enough to do their thing, and so they would be they are quite easy to care for. The ducks aren't so bad, plus they're entertaining. The breast chicks that we got in October are now pretty much mature. We got our first egg a couple days ago. I see there's an egg on the ground over here. Pick that up before somebody decides to eat it. So this is from the cream leg bar chickens. These roosters are very interesting. Blue legs and very red combs. And there's the hen, one of them. Whoa, he wants to fight. He's been kind of aggressive with the kids. And that's unfortunate, but that's the reality of roosters. So here's our little flock. So you can help support the channel by subscribing if you haven't, or buying our merchandise. Hugely helpful. Definitely hit the like button. Leave comments, if there are things that you think are interesting. Leave a comment, ask us about it, or if there's a video you'd like us to make, please let us know. Our merchandise store does bring in a little bit of income. We've got t-shirts and hoodies and coffee cups, things like that. So definitely check that out. I'll leave a link in the description below. So I hope you enjoyed the little tour of the farm and the discussion about the YouTube channel. We'll see where it goes from here. There's lots of other things to review. I've got more HPR products I want to do. I think it's helpful to get some honest reviews, especially for things here on the farm, but also for tools. If you have a homestead, you're gonna have to have tools to do things. So I'm gonna keep those coming. My goal is to do 1 or 2 of those a month, and then we'll keep up with the farm too. We're gonna have some fun new things happening in the next couple months. So have a good day. Saving Miller out.